medieval classic, which was Spenser's Fairy Queen. I don't know if any of you have read that. Now, Spenser's Fairy Queen and Portsmouth, the security police, were rather a peculiar combination. But I was looking through this book the other day, and I found there the notes I'd filled in a diary. We weren't allowed to keep any diary. We were political prisoners, so no, there was no diaries allowed to be kept. There was no letters that were allowed to be written. And that writing was so tiny. I'd written in between a journal of what it felt like to read in a prison. And it took me straight back to my 20-year-old self of sitting there in this space. We had no idea of how long we were going to be. There was no end to time. And you know, when you're 20, 10 minutes seems a long time. So if you're in there in a state of indefinite detention, it is forever and it feels like forever. And I remember writing, I'd written in there between these notes that when I read, it took me into another world in which I was in control, in which my imagination was in control, in which I could hold on to the principles of integrity and honor which had landed me up in this place and not be eroded by this indescribable chaos that was going on around me. And it brought me around to the prisoners that I worked with, who made me less nervous than all of you. I ended up doing a creative writing workshop with this group of, some of you might have seen the book that I did with them. It's called 15 Men. And these prisoners that I worked with, they put together a selection of their own writing, which Jonathan Wall published. They were all maximum security prisoners, so very, very long sentences, 3-4 life sentences at what was Victor Verster prison, Plain Drakenstein prison. And I have to tell you, if you want to run a library in which no books are ever stolen, take maximum security prisoners.